Exclusive Storm Tracker Doppler weather with meteorologist Chase Ward.
We are starting off mostly clear, and it feels quite nice out there. We got temperatures and dew points both in the upper 50s, kind of near lower 60s, so definitely a nice pleasant start considering how humid it has been for the past few days. I mean, it's been in the 70s almost every morning, but now it's a little bit cooler out there with the lower dew points. Doppler radar not tracking anything left over from the storms that we saw yesterday. They've already moved further down to the southeast. Looking at the Tower Place Tower Counter in Monroe, the sun is out and bright, and like I said, you know, it feels nice out there. We're at 60 degrees at the Monroe Airport. Winds are currently calm. The dew point sits right at the 60-degree mark. Now looking further south, you can see there's that frontal boundary that brought us those severe storms that we saw yesterday, and we also have now a pesky low back to the west, which is still going to bring us chances for some shower thunderstorms for parts of tomorrow. So we're not fully out of the loop yet when it comes to rainfall this week, but we got a lot of dry air, You can see a lot of this shade of yellow and brown, and that just indicates the dry air in the upper levels. Now further southwest from Dallas into south and central Texas, there is some moisture flowing in, which will kind of move into some of our southern viewing area along and south of I-20, which will give us a few passing clouds kind of further along. So temperatures area wide mostly in the mid 50s. We do have some temperatures now warming to the 60s. Monticello and Campton have now warmed to 60 and 63. Ruston's at 61. Dew points, they're kind of still mid 50s, kind of right near that 60 mark. We'll kind of keep them right there around the mid upper 50s. It might get close to near 60, but honestly, considering that we were in the 70s, it's going to feel much more pleasant considering how it has been. And winds are calm with the dry air in place. We don't really have any fog or haze to worry about this morning. Bus stop forecast, we're mostly nice now, still relatively nice for this afternoon. We will though warm up to the upper 80s, hitting near 90. So even though it's going to be a lot warmer, it's more bearable with the lower humidity. Now that pesky low I mentioned, it's going to bring us chance for shower thunderstorms for parts of tomorrow, and these temperatures are still kind of slow to cool for our daytime highs, but we'll pick up on some northerly flow for Friday, which will drop temperatures down a couple degrees. Now these temperatures kind of back to that little roller coaster trend, kind of up and down, because once we go to Memorial Day weekend, we're back to the 90s again, but once we hit Memorial Day on next Monday, continuing into next week, these temperatures trend mostly lower 80s and upper 70 range. So looking a little bit better more long term with the temperatures, and the winds remain relatively calm. That low sits up to the northwest. We will have a frontal boundary, which will get pushed further southward into our area for tomorrow, where we could see that spark up showers and thunderstorms within our area. And then after that, this is going to Friday, we get some of this northerly flow with high pressure to the northwest. So some slightly cooler air is allowed to kind of filter in for parts of Friday. So finishing out this afternoon, we're going to have a few high level clouds kind of right there along and south of the I-20 corridor. And then tonight, clouds, they'll gradually increase into really tomorrow morning as we fall to mid lower 60s. And once we hit tomorrow afternoon, 3 to 4 o'clock range, that's when that frontal boundary kind of starts to move in and we pick up on these showers and thunderstorms. They'll linger close to near midnight, probably 11:30 to midnight, and then onward into Friday morning, we'll start to see some clear conditions, and these temperatures start to cool off a little bit. So at the start of the Memorial Day weekend, these temperatures do rebound, but at least we will start off dry, where most Memorial Day festivities kind of usually take place on Saturday as far as marathons and such. But once we go into the actual holiday on Monday, we will see more chances for shower thunderstorms returning, but at least temperatures trend a little bit cooler, lower 80s.